Carver COA Board of Directors. We're in meeting room 1 at the Town Hall. It's Thursday, September 25th, 2025, 6 p.m. Tonight I'm sitting in this chair as Vice Chair, Elaine Raymond. We have Mary DeRoss, as she's Vice Chair too, but tonight she's doing Secretary, and Kathy Gilmore. I will introduce our new members after we rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't see anybody from the public that wants to do any comments. So I will introduce our new members. We have over here to my left, Marie Fahey. She's come on board as a full board member. She's an active COA member, and we're delighted to have her with us.
Thank you.
And on my right is Damian Fisher.
Damon.
Oh, Damon.
What?
Damon.
Damon. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
That's quite all right.
Okay.
You know what?
I can't read my handwriting.
All right, Damon.
I've had
Okay.
my whole life. It's an easy name that everybody does.
Yeah, I thought it
always
was.
just tell everybody, think Johnny Damon,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I liked him.
but without the Johnny.
All right. Damon Fisher, and he's a Meals on the Move driver, volunteer. And now he's joining us as well, at this moment as an alternate, I assume,
Yes,
huh? But
yes.
Yes.
we might be pushing you up. Anyway, okay, we were going to reorganize the board tonight, the new slate of offices, but one of our members who had agreed to take on a position is not here. She's got stuck in traffic with all this rain and will not make it in time. So I move that we table that to next month. Does anybody have a discussion about it or want to vote on it? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
I don't think we could do it anyway, right? Okay, so now we have the fun stuff. The director's report. Connie Kelly will tell us what's going on and what's...
Well, since
What's
it's been a few months since we got together, so I'm doing
You had a lot of
a
stuff.
compilation of the months that we, July, August, and since we're most of the way through September, I'm including the statistics and events from that set of 3 months here. So I broke it out, but I also combined some of the statistics. And the first was GATRA trips. We found that actually over the summer is actually a very active time. In July, there were 775 trips. August had 811. And we're trending for the month of September to have 700 GATRA trips. It's been a very steady, I guess, for the trips that in general for GATRA, we have an oversized bus that has actually been picking up some of the extra need that we have because it's a 12-passenger bus as opposed to the other 3 are 8-passenger buses. So we get a lot more with the same amount of buses. The nutrition statistics for July, the congregate meals, the in-house meals, we had 282, August 239, and to date, there's still a few more days left, but we're at 186 for September. So with the 3-month total, the average was about seven in-house meals a day. And then the meals on the move, which are the home-delivered meals, July had over 1,021, August 846, and September will complete the month at 986. And that average is about 44 meals a day. So pretty much in combination, we have 56 meals for the people in the community every day, every weekday. The newsletters, we have mailed 744. These are the monthly figures. 752 get emailed, and 450 get distributed throughout the town. I have early copies of the October newsletter, but we'll be receiving those to distribute tomorrow, and those that were actually mailed went out today. For my senior center statistics, this is what's recorded from the check-in stations that the senior use when they come in. to the center. And we have a total of registrations to date of 671. I looked back at the June statistics. That's an additional 70 people registered over the summer. The active registered seniors are the unduplicated numbers that we look at is 216 individual unduplicated seniors visited and attended the COA through July 1st through today. And so the average daily attendance from that time period was 51.21 people on a daily basis. The July recap, some of the bigger events that took place in July, we had our annual barbecue luncheon, where the Carver Police Department members did the grilling, which was great, and serving of the meal. We had country music by Jimbo Wilson and the Cranberry Junction, which was sponsored by the Friends of Carver COA. We tried a couple of new activities. Drums Alive is a fitness program, and that was really well received. We hope to continue that at various times. We had the worst hurricanes of Massachusetts, which was a presentation by Nancy Franks. She's very popular, and we continue to have her programs throughout the year. We had an official open house for the new deck in July. We were trying to fit it in between all the hot, steamy weather that we experienced, and we just had a couple of hours where it was a drop-in for coffee and munchkins, and had about a dozen or so people that just made the effort to pop in and see. The deck's been open for use, but just no programming has been officially placed on it there, but we do have some things coming up. The Magic of Butterflies was presented by entomologist Blake Dinius of the Plymouth County Extension. He's a very popular speaker that we've had in the past. And then we also celebrated the summer with summer camp themed activities and crafts and snacks. And that was a nice sort of reminiscing, I think. Some people shared some of their camp experiences, and it was kind of nice to relive those moments, I think. In August, we had game shows to go. That's another activity, an event that we revisit because it's a lot of fun. You're a big trivia fiend, so I know we missed you on that one there. But it's great for people who can participate as an audience or as part of the members of the games itself. We had Stories of Cape Cod National Seashore, which was also with Nancy Franks. Visiting dental hygiene, which is provided through a grant with BID Plymouth, has been doing periodic visits, and that's been very popular and a lot of people taking advantage of that service. We had an AARP Smart Driver training session, which we usually have once a year. And to say goodbye to summer, we had Aloha Summer Ice Cream Social. During this month in September, we started a guided meditation every Friday morning at 9 o'clock, and it's just starting to pick up with interest, but it's a great way to end the week. We're really enjoying that. We're planning to continue that on, and I think it's a just nice addition to our offerings. Through Old Colony Elder Services, there was a traveling computer lab that finishes out on this coming Monday. That was a total of 8 classes over 4 weeks. And they bring the laptops and they go over just basic computer instruction. And it was so popular for a sign up that there's, I think, another one scheduled after the first of the year. There'll also be upcoming smartphone instruction, because that seemed to be a very specific need. And we'll try to revisit that multiple times just to keep that going. We also introduced Friday morning shenanigans, which is just sort of a pickup of just little games and activities just to have some light fun. And it's almost if whoever's available, they can sign up or just kind of join in the fun, a variety of different activities. And it's just mostly just getting movement, laughter, and just a lot of silliness, but a lot of fun. And just the other day, we had Barn Babies, our pet therapy that was sponsored by the Carver Cultural Council, which was a lot of fun. All the baby animals are wrapped in baby blankets and can kind of be handed off to hold it's really the best therapy going, I think. There was a baby pig, a goat, lots of bunnies, cats and dogs.
And chickens.
Chickens, that was chickens, that's right.
Oh, really?
So-
They have like baby chicks?
No, big chickens.
Oh, big chickens?
Yeah, yeah, and we call Shirley,
Oh, the fuzzy head ones?
yeah. We call Shirley the chicken whisperer.
Yeah, it looks like they got like a little.
Oh, yeah, little hat, almost like a
Yeah,
hat,
yeah.
yeah. But they're all just really, perfectly behaved in the setting that we had there, and it does feel like a perfect therapy, I think, just holding them. So that was a lot of fun to have as well. And thank the Carver Cultural Council for the sponsorship. Coming up for October, trying to get started at the end of the season, but just trying to finish out the year. The Late Bloomers Garden Club, on the deck, there are planters that have had planting that was over the summer, but I didn't have an opportunity at the start of the season to really get the input. Just really had the opportunity with one of the seniors, Lisa Caserta, who's a gardener herself, that advised and helped actually put the plants on the deck. But the goal with the planters is to eventually have an opportunity to make it an activity. And what's great about it, they're raised planters that we can sit at with like a folding chair, and you can actually garden at a seated position. So sneaking it in for the remainder of the year, I was looking at starting actually next week, a garden club, if there's interest, to kind of turn the summer plantings over into a fall theme and kind of get them decorative for fall on the deck. So that will be this coming Thursday, a week from today, and maybe leading into something at the holidays too, kind of like decorating, so the planters can become an activity that we can actually work with. So hopefully there'll be some interest in that. There's a lot of activities in the month of October. Actually, we're going to be very busy. Right away, there's an occasional card workshop. We had Lee Lawson previously, and she does dimensional cards that are embossed, and it's very interesting. You can sign up for that. That's coming up on Monday, October 6th at 10 a.m. Spooky Massachusetts Stories with Nancy Franks on October 7th at 12:30. We have an informational session with our financial advisor, Sandy Childs, on Social Security. She was saying there's a lot of new changes, and just in general, Social Security sometimes is just a lot of unknowns, and for the people who are maybe going to go on Social Security or already are, she can explain things in I think, a clearer manner, and she has a guest speaker as well that will be virtual, but will be able to be interactive with as well. So that's coming up on Tuesday, October 14th at 12:30. CVS is working with us to offer a vaccine clinic on site, which has been requested by a lot of seniors if we could do that, because that would be very convenient, I think. So that is going to be on, I didn't have it on there, but it's a Monday. It's in the newsletter, which I have. But just so I can tell you the right date, let me just check it. It is Monday, October 20th, from 9 to noon. On the calendar in the back of the newsletter may not have the right time, but it is 9 to noon on the 20th. And they'll be offering the most demanded and recommended of the vaccines that are COVID, flu, pneumonia, RSV, shingles, and whooping cough. And that is by appointment, so that you can call in for that. Offered on the same day in the afternoon will be through with Carver Cares is coping skills on that Monday at 12:30. We'll also have another opportunity for the visiting dental hygiene on the 21st from 9 to 2. This should be an interesting program based on the timing to tie in with Halloween. The Life and Times of Harry Houdini with magician Jack Ryan. He's very knowledgeable about Harry Houdini and all the aspects of his life, and there's I think he not, I know he died on Halloween. I think he was also born on Halloween, I think. And there's a whole thing about his wife having seances, trying to connect with him. So there's this whole spiritual side of, and I'm sure Jack will be able to explain even more interesting facts about him. And then as we finish out with the Halloween, we'll have our Halloween LCR with Halloween candy on Wednesday, October 29th at 12:30. So on the back side of the report, I just have a couple of updates to review since in the last 3 months. We finally got a new GATRA bus driver. His name's Paul Owen, and he joined the GATRA team in July and has been going great so far. We also received a second My Senior Center check-in kiosk that was purchased by the Friends of Carver COA, and we've installed it at the side entrance where the original kiosk is set up in the nutrition center and near the entrance for the nutrition center. So we're hopefully making sure that we actually get all the seniors that do enter the COA and sign up for the activities. So our statistics should hopefully be even more accurate. We're not missing anybody, which is the hope that we're getting everybody to check in. Something that's in progress and has been over the last couple of months is relocating Heidi's offices. For the past 5 years, she's maintained 2 separate offices, neither of which has worked ideally for having confidential meetings. So rather than having a split on the second floor and a not-so-private office outside my office, she's going to relocate to the basement level, which actually has 2 spaces that she can actually work within. Definitely can be a private and confidential setting. Also will have easier access for any seniors coming to meet with her. It's at the ground level to the back of the building, and direct access to her office spaces there. That's actually where our dispatcher is for GATRA as well, who's been there by herself up until now. And I think what the best thing for Heidi will be as well for her is her flexibility to be able to leave and go out into the community, which she does on a daily basis, and have that ease of access for herself as well. That she'll, rather than going in, up the stairs and down, or if she's meeting with somebody outside my office and then she had something up in her office on the second floor, she got all her steps in every day, I will say. So we're in the process of that. She still needs, and the goal was to have her settled in because she's also our Shine counselor, is to have her be settled in that space so she can do her consultations for the open enrollment with Medicare. And that starts October 15th and goes through December 7th. So she gets extremely busy at this time of year, and it'll be great for her to be settled into that space. What happens as a result, by opening up that room outside my office, where Heidi's office had been, we've developed a flex space of sorts. The goal is, what I'm trying to do is open up more space in the library room that we have, that we use as another place for meeting or other activities. Right now, it's great for our guided meditation. It's also a space that can become private for our foot care doctor. That's where the dental hygiene takes place. That's where our weekly wellness clinic takes place. So the library space, but it's very limited because it's a smaller room. We've removed the computer tables that actually didn't have functioning computers at the time and were just taking up space, but we're going to relocate them in that outer room in the flex space, and we are going to get new computers. So we'll actually have a functioning computer, 2 working computer desks there. I'm also going to move the puzzle table and the shelves with the puzzles. I think it would also be a better room to work on puzzles because lighting was somewhat of an issue where it currently is now. And that becomes a nice space in that outer space that we have. Also maybe opening up to have card tables where we can have card games, and there's been some interest expressed with that, but like where to hold those. So it has that flexibility in some ways. We can have multi-purpose type of situation. So that's in progress right now as well. So it hopefully gives us more on our calendar, gives us more flexibility of where we can hold activities. And I think it's making, everything's coming together nicely as a result. Let me know if you have any questions. I put extra copies, the current copy of the October newsletter, as well as back copies of the last 3 months. And I did print out, included in your packet was also my senior center printout of some of the statistics where you can at least see the flow of the days of the week. It kind of follows suit. Mondays and Fridays are the lighter days with the bulk of the activity on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And I think that's everything.
I have a question on the deck planters.
Yes.
Are you looking for donations for plants, or do you have a source that's gonna
At this time, what I will say that Mike Paddock with Christian Gardens was very generous with, we got quite a bit to put in the planters that we have now that were over the summer and gave us a good deal for sure. He also was very generous with the help with the garden that we put for in memory of Jim Collins. So we're kind of trying to maintain, so though I was hopeful that I'd have some garden. I don't have a green thumb, but that's why, consulting with Lisa Caserta has been very helpful because she is an experienced gardener. So she was able to advise on that development as well. But my hope is that there'll be some people who have the interest. It's not arduous in the sense that you're not getting down on your hands and knees. It's there, the space is not too big. It's almost like maybe 3 feet wide and maybe, 6 or 8 inches wide, that you're working in. Kind of almost like window boxes, like maybe a large window box is the size of what we're working in. So I'm trying to even maybe carry over some of the summer planting that could work with the fall. And so we are looking at maybe what we can add to it. So I'm certainly open to any donations if people have it. My goal would be through the winter and starting to plan for the fall is maybe if there's garden club members that want to be part of it, is starting the little seedlings at home, and we could provide the pots and things for the, the people to work towards that, and then eventually for spring, bring them and actually plant them in the planters and have some
That would be
aspects
good.
of that, just having some maybe themed things throughout the year. It was just, we lost the spring this year as the deck was under construction, so I couldn't really get that started at the time. So I think it lends itself to some activities, as the whole deck will eventually as well. The other thought, it's not on the calendar at this point, but if we're decorating the planters for the holidays, if we come into, pine branches and making it very holiday themed, that we could have carols and cocoa on the deck or something, so we're already planning something that could go in that category, and I think that would make the decorating have a purpose as well, that we'd actually have an event out there also, so.
Sounds good.
Nice, nice.
Definitely like to take advantage of it. For those that are in the book club, if it's a nice day on Monday, I was thinking,
Could be out there.
I think it might be warm enough and nice enough to actually have our book club out there as well. So just like opportunities. Sometimes, obviously, weather is going to be a factor, so we can plan, but, have an inside option as needed. Is not the idea anyway.
Good. Does anybody else have any questions for Connie?
But yeah, just real quick, I just noticed on the daily numbers that you have here, Thursday looks like a big day with 74.23.
Bingo.
It's bingo. Yeah, it was right, and then, like bingo.
It's like,
Bingo.
that's quite the spike for bingo.
It actually is.
Yeah.
Because we get, people come from all over. We have
Oh,
people
yeah.
come off
Bingo's
Cape.
big thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Some
one
people
of the
follow all the bingo.
Oh, really?
This is-
There's
yeah.
that much money to be had, huh?
I guess, it's, but it's very, very popular, very
Yeah.
social. It becomes actually almost an all-day affair, even though the actual event takes place between 12:30 and 2:30. People come early, they have card games, they have lunch. It becomes a nice, so it's mostly,
Yeah.
the day is pretty much dedicated to, to bingo.
Yeah, I see them all congregating as I'm leaving.
That's right, you're there,
Yeah.
that's right, that's how early they start,
Yeah, and I
actually.
didn't realize it spiked so high, and I was like, wow.
And that's one, when we talk about our parking, and that's one of the bigger days, because
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
also a day that they come and stay for the day. Where
Right.
other days, we have the flexibility of a class lets out and people
Right.
leave.
And then more people.
Yeah,
come.
so you will get the exchange of it. And so, did I mention about the paving? We get our park, that was one of
Yeah,
the.
it's in there.
that was-
It's
it wasn't
in
there,
there.
yeah.
It's in there.
say it was.
I was gonna say it's complete, I just all of a sudden I said, that's a huge,
Yeah.
huge
Like, I didn't
development.
see
Sorry.
I
lines
think I
on
might
it.
have missed saying that.
Yeah, I don't think
But I
they-
wanted to
they
thank,
put the stripes down yet, did they?
they just did, yeah,
Oh, they did?
yesterday,
Oh, they
actually.
did, okay. All that rain today, I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
hard.
see where you're
No,
going.
but I also wanted to thank, operations and maintenance for putting that schedule together, because it was a major undertaking, because it was not only our parking lot and back driveway that got done, the whole roadway and the beach parking was done, and they all did it at the same time, so it was a factor of shutting down the road. It was actually a 4-day process that we didn't shut down, we weren't closed, but we were limited, obviously, with our parking. We had field parking, we had, activities that we kind of kept going, just trying not to shut down completely. So we made it through, and it was worth it. And they were able to do the striping for the lines after our barn babies, actually. So that was what was good, too, is that they didn't have to disrupt our activities to have that completed. So I think that has just finished everything off, because the pickleball court was so nicely put together and their parking, we just couldn't leave it to have the roadway and everything else and not up to par, I think. And now it's so cohesive, and it's just really nice looking.
Good.
So we didn't really gain any more spaces, but I think the spaces that we now have are more suitable and easier, and you can see better, and it's smoother. There's no more tripping hazards, I think, in the way. So I think, very pleased to see that actually got done. So yeah, I definitely wanted to
Good.
mention that.
Good.
Good.
Well, thank you. Next on the list is the approval of minutes from the board meeting on May 22nd, 2025. We did not have a meeting on 2025. There was not a quorum. It was, people were sick. It was
Oh,
just
that's
Alan
what
and
it
me.
was.
So we didn't,
And Helen did the last ones.
and so you don't have
I
those
don't
unless she
have
sent them to you, no?
unless she
I don't.
Okay, so
Okay,
we don't
I'll get them
have
from her.
June 26th either, so we'll have to approve them next month, I guess. Is there any other new business that anybody would like to bring up that wasn't put on the agenda?
No.
Is there a date? I didn't have, I just left it, was the next meeting was TBD, but I think it was maybe because we didn't have the time
Oh, yeah.
figured, but now we do.
Probably the
The last
20th.
Thursday, so.
Is it the last Thursday or the fourth Thursday that we have it? I don't know.
That's always been the debate. I thought the 4th, only just because it
It's the
stayed consistent.
Right, I think it's the, and that would be the 23rd, wouldn't it?
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4. Yeah, that'll be the
Okay.
23rd.
So that's the next meeting?
That's the next meeting.
Okay.
October 23rd.
At 6 o'clock, we'll
So-
stick with this for a while, see
23rd
what's going on.
at 6 p.m.
All right, board member comments. I'll start. I would just like to welcome Damon and Marie to our board, and thanks for coming on board, and
Thank
glad to have you here. Do you have
Glad to
anything
be
you
here.
need to add?
Just welcome and thank you for volunteering.
There we go.
Kathy?
I'm just writing down the time and the date so I don't miss the next meeting.
Well, I'm going to, I text you all. I'll try to
Yeah.
get Damon and
Yeah, that's
And-
important, yeah.
Marie's
Yeah.
phone and yours, so I can,
Yes,
so
yeah,
I can
yours.
text.
But I have all these doctor's offices that I have to go to.
I know.
That's our,
Well, you
social,
do
that's
what-
our social calendar now.
Yeah.
You can do, you can only do as much as you can do, so don't worry about
Okay.
that.
I just wanted to say, I'm very happy, Connie, with all the programming that the senior center has had. And I've attended a lot of different
Oh, good, yes,
activities.
yes. I have seen
and
you, yes.
It's been great. And the meditation on Friday is awesome if anyone can get there.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to say that we're going, the Friends are going in October on the Bloom bus down to Connecticut.
Oh, yes, with the the train
The
and the
tr-
boat.
dinner
Right.
train
Yeah.
and then the boat back up the Essex River.
And should mention, only, we will have another opportunity, but it'll be closer, but the Friends Craft Fair is moving this year to a new date, which is November 8th.
8th.
Saturday, November 8th.
8th.
So it's about a month early from its normal schedule, so just give a heads up. Some of the signs are already out there.
Okay.
But just that will be a holiday craft fair, and just to be on the lookout for that because it's a different schedule this year.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion that we adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.